I watched this video today. Still kind of watching it. It's a long one. It's 47 minutes, but it's about a guy named Anthony. He's sitting in the back and he's homeless. And, this guy has a drug addiction problem. He still has. You know, um, and the idea I had months ago actually, and the one uploaded yesterday. The one uploaded yesterday, but was about pedophiles and pedophiles and child molesters, particularly pedophiles that are attracted to prepubescent kids. And I didn't use the words that you got to be sensitive about this. It's a I didn't mean an encampment, but like a society, a town. I didn't go. I had the same idea for migrants. Instead of bringing them to New York City, Chicago, and just throwing money, resources, you could have built a whole town, sustainability, and all small business. Those people probably have they have qualities. They could simplest things. They can you teach a man how to fish instead of throwing countless fish in their day for survival. You know, but also let's be literal. Why not have a man-made a pond and invest putting fish in there, and then just like it's sustainability. It's just so simple. All it takes is a logic and a lot of thinking and the right kind of investment.
So, how do you feel about the whole all these migrants coming in? They're receiving all this assistance and stuff like that right out the gate, but the homeless people and stuff here on the streets, they're really not getting a ton of assistance like that. Like they might throw some food stamps or something their way to get them shut up and feel comfortable a little bit. That doesn't really fix anybody's problems. But when they're given
Actually, I think that will create a lot more problems. And I was on I had an EBT card. Food stamp I had like 320 $25 a month. Like not saying I was to buy the most expensive product. I had right now when they're doing that I had a place to stay. But it's like, let's be honest, they don't give you money for buy pot, pans, this and the other that. You buy food, but it's like it's not enough, and eventually it brings you down. It's like they're giving you a little bit of money, and it's like it just it creates a lot of tension. It creates distress in your everyday life, especially when you go through the food like week and a half, 2 weeks. You know, I'm not talking about I was using my MBT from McDonald's either way, but it's a minuscule little help. And what I really wanted to was actually get back on my feet, and they weren't really helping.
thousands and thousands of dollars away to these illegals and housing and trying to find jobs and stuff like that, but yet a link card is supposed to make somebody happy. How do you feel about that?
It does make me pretty happy because I had to jump through hoops to get my card, and sometimes not having an ID, not having a proper address, things of that may or may not affect it. Like I mentioned, my friend, another guy, they said he was somehow still attached to her because they were legally married and she needed proof of the money attached.
I would guess a migrant wouldn't have an idea or phone number.
Allegedly. They all have phones. They came to this, they're in the area where I can sit and charge my phones every day. They're right down the street on Carroll and Ogden, which is literally right.
I lived in a car in Brooklyn for like 2-3 months. I didn't have a fucking charger for my phone. I used to go to Starbucks and I'll buy every time I buy coffee, 2-3 coffees. I went and charged my phone. There was in Brooklyn they have these outdoor charging booths. It's like digital and stuff like that. Like 20-30 minutes in the cold to charge my phone at night. Even in the daytime. And that's what I had. But I was like, wow, this is so fucking great. I was walking in my hand like these free energy plugs. Like, oh, I could come in here and just chill here outside of an office building and charge my phone. You start to look around, where you could do stuff. Now I don't even think about that. Now I charge my phone every day inside in the warm. But that's another thing. I'm talking about sustainability. Whatever community, whether migrants, whether U.S. homeless people, whether these people, sustainability. You gotta there's so much empty space. I drove through New Mexico, Nevada, Nebraska, Tennessee. There's land, and I was told, in Nevada, the land is so cheap, and all you gotta do is obviously you gotta fix the soil, you gotta have a nourished kind of soil, and I would say you get people I'd say, all right, you help people plant. That's just part of like 2, 3 hours a day you do that, whatever. And it's, you grow vegetables. I wouldn't invest in livestock. I'm not a meat eater. I kick the habit, but even something like vegetable broccoli, all sorts of cabbage, the things that I cook. I don't eat meat, and I eat better than I ever ate before, and it's actually very cheap. You know, that'll be one of the problems. You can figure out people's skills, this and the other thing. You just scrap them, but also we could take air conditioners apart. And I'm not saying sell the screws, this and the other thing. We could build stuff as well. People who do things with metal like you wouldn't believe. People. There's so many creative people that been pushed around and left behind. I call myself the discarded ones. I see discarded people, discarded things all over the place. That's just minuscule part of it. But to create a whole community and to have sustainability, I think that's a more wise investment than throwing little pebbles, little money, and creating a lot more frustration and anger. This guy, he obviously has had a addiction problem. I still kind of have a drinking problem, although I function this and the other thing. But when I would give advice to him, he needs positive reinforcement in his life. That's a lot, and it's like I drink when I drink, I don't want to hear that stuff, man. I want to grab the bottle. I have my anger issues with my life, what people did to me. People that cover up my brother's cousin's murder and shit. People got away with that. It saddens me. I have other issues to work on, but to have a positive reinforcement. Like when I'm about to go take a hot steam shower, I'm about to sweat the alcohol from yesterday with the toxins, and I got other things to do that make me feel good, bring out my self-esteem. To have a community, like a thriving community, you would need positive reinforcements. It wouldn't be like we have some food, this and the other thing, and people infiltrate. I would also, like, let's say the homeless, 70-80% of them are addicted to things. You know, Hot steam showers would be the minimal, but it will be like it will be reinforcement meetings and also productivity to get your mind of the high, and also whatever skills you have, whatever made you happy, eventually will go away. And, there will be relapses, but there's also you gotta have an open mind, compassion for people like that.